Hey guys, so this video isn't going to be like a normal vlog or anything. I just wanted to talk about gastroparesis and the gastric stimulator because I just had that surgery for me. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just had the surgery, so you guys get that. Basically, gastroparesis it translates to paralyzed stomach. Mine is partially paralyzed, it's not all the way paralyzed, which is a good thing. When I had my last gastric emptying study, I still had 40% left in my stomach after 4 hours, and you're supposed to have less than 10%. So mine is considered moderate. When I had the test a year before that one, because I've had two already, when I had my first test, I had like 15% left after 4 hours, so that is mild. And so it has gotten a little worse over the past year. You have to watch what you eat. There's a diet that you have to follow, which I have the list on the fridge. But right now I am on liquids and soft foods. So I've been eating lots and lots of mashed potatoes. And trust me, I am very sick of the mashed potatoes. But I got a bunch of different flavors today at the store, so hopefully they will do their job and I won't get too sick of them before I'm allowed to try to eat solid food again. I'm not allowed to eat solid food till I see my surgeon on the 26th, for he can take out the stitches in my wounds and see how I'm doing, evaluate me, and let me know if any of the restrictions can be lifted. So right now it's a bunch of water, tea, soup, mashed potatoes, rice, jello, pudding, applesauce, all that kind of stuff. Gastroparesis can lead to nausea, vomiting, weight loss, malnutrition, fatigue, dizziness, and a whole slew of other symptoms as well. I don't have it up on my screen to look at it. But there's currently no cure for gastroparesis. It's just you have to try your best to, what's that word? Moderate it or something. I can't think of the word I'm saying. I don't know. Keep it stable. Keep yourself okay. Some people end up with feeding tubes. Some end up on TPN. Some get the gastric stimulator. Some do wonderful on just the meds and the diets, which is great. But everybody who has gastroparesis is different, and it affects everybody different. So I ended up getting the gastric stimulator implanted on Thursday the 11th, so I'm a little over a week post-op, and I'm healing very, very nicely. I'm still in some pain, but I am now able to lay on my right side. My device is implanted on my left side, so that's a good thing because I cannot sleep on my back. My life depended on it, so I barely slept in the hospital. I barely slept for about the week I was home until yesterday when I could finally lay on my right side and get some sleep. I can't lay on my left side yet because, like I said, that is where the device is implanted. But I can lay on my stomach for a short amount of times. It just hurts a little bit, so I only do it for a little bit. But basically, the gastric stimulator is, I have the definition up on my computer screen. Okay, the gastric stimulator is a gastric electrical stimulation, or known as GES. It uses a device implanted in the abdomen to send mild electrical pulses to the nerves and smooth muscle of the lower stomach. This helps decrease nausea and vomiting in some patients with gastroparesis. So that is the definition of it, and my doctors told me it works in about 60% of the patients. So I am hoping I am one of those 60% because I really don't want a feeding tube or anything like that. I want to feel better. I want energy. I don't want to feel weak and tired and fatigued and have to lay in bed all day. But since getting the stimulator, I've only thrown up once in a week, which is very good for me because I usually throw up every day or multiple times a day, and it's just so draining. But I only threw up once in a week, and man, did it hurt because I'm still healing. So your muscles are contracting when you're throwing up, and it felt like it was pulling on the leads in the device and everything. But I'm okay. That happened the other day, and my nausea isn't any more controlled than it was. It's still pretty bad, so they're probably going to have to adjust the settings on the stimulator when I go see my doctor, Dr. Parkman. I have to call next week to make an appointment with him to see when I can get in to see how the stimulator is going, how I'm doing, adjust it, and all that kind of stuff. But it's a little device, maybe about like that big or so. I don't have a picture of it, sorry. with some leads, and the leads, go to your stomach, and the device sits. Mine sits right here. I'll show you the scars and stuff. But if you get squeamy, you can skip that part. I'll let you know when I'm showing it to you. They put it in a little pocket in your abdomen. I'm not sure if it's under the muscle, before the muscle. I don't know. But my surgery went extremely well. They said it went beautifully. They were also supposed to do a pyloroplasty, which is where they cut open the bottom of the stomach, I believe. I believe it's the stomach, to make it for the food empties out quicker and faster. But it's very risky. And my doctor, who I normally see, was in the operating room with the surgeon. He's like, let's not take the risk. Let's not do that. Let's just do the stimulator, which I was completely fine with, whatever they decided. They're the doctors, so they have to decide and make the right choice for their patients. And I'm glad that they did that for me. So the surgery lasted about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I have 4 incisions. I have 3 laparoscopic little holes, and then a 2-inch incision as well, where the device sits. I'll show you. So if you get squeamish, you can skip this part, but it's not bad or anything. But there is the 2-inch little scar. You can see the device. You can see the device here. That's the device right there. That's sticking out. Then I have 1 laparoscopic scar there, 1 there, and 1 over there. So those are my battle scars from surgery. But yeah, I ended up staying in the hospital 2 nights, 3 days. I was supposed to leave after the first night. But I was having trouble peeing at first, but then that got under control during the first day, because my bladder was just a little bit asleep from like the anesthesia and stuff like that. But then I wasn't passing gas or having any bowel movements, and I was so distended that it hurt, and I couldn't even drink my liquids because I was on a liquid diet in the hospital. So they did a abdominal x-ray, and it showed an ileus, I think it's called, and my bowels were inflamed and sleeping, so they wanted to make sure before I left that I at least passed gas, which I ended up doing. I did have a bowel movement as well, so I got to go home on the 3rd day, which I was so excited about, because hospitals bore the hell out of me, and the beds are uncomfortable, and I can't sleep, and they're checking on you every 4 hours for vitals or blood work or whatever they are doing. It's just annoying. But I just wanted to share my experience with that. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up for me and hit that subscribe button. That'll be down below. And I will talk to you guys later then. Bye.